on to some of the balancing techniques that we did today. I'd like to reset if you're just coming from doing that hip opening. We typically will put our hands on the top of the chair and do that down dog heart melting variation. Go ahead and go there. So your spine is nice and straight, parallel to the ground. Think of your torso being parallel. Crown reaching forward. You don't have to drop your head below your heart, especially if you're feeling a little woozy. You can lift your chin and look up. Lift those hips nice and high. Feel the stretch in the back of the legs. Take a nice deep breath. And exhale. Slowly come up, back to stand. Make any movements that you need. We're going to go into our balancing. So we're going to start with the single leg balance. Feet are hip distance apart. Shoulders roll down your back. On an inhale, let's shift our weight into our left foot. Draw our right knee in line with our hip. Bring your foot right to hover at the base of the chair. Remember, we got a 90-degree bend at our waist, so our knee is in line with our hip, 90-degree bend at our knee, and 90-degree bend at our ankle. Toes are pulling towards the kneecap, the patella. Shoulders roll down your back, crown's lifted. Make sure your heart stays proud. You can squeeze your inner thighs. Use your glute muscles to keep that leg lifted. Use your core muscles to keep the leg lifted. Hold for 30 seconds and breathe in and out. Make sure your shoulders aren't rounding forward. Shoulders down your back, chin lifted. In and out. One more. And let it go. I encourage you to grab a timer just so that you're aware of how long you're holding it. Holding for 30 seconds, and go ahead and do it on the other side. Knee in line with hip, core engaged, belly hugged in, foot hovering the chair, chin lifted, spine erect. Palms forward, breathe in and out. In and out. One more in and out. And kind of just going through the proper mechanics. If you can hold longer and use the timer for 30 seconds, please feel free. And next, we're going to go into our tandem stance. So right foot forward first, the left big toe meets your right heel. We're acting like we're walking on a tightrope. Press into your feet, squeeze your inner thighs, squeeze your core, relax your shoulders down your back. Palms forward if that's okay. Find a spot that's not moving and breathe and hold for 30 seconds. Slow, deep breaths, keep your focus. If you're wobbling, that's okay. It just means you're working. Squeeze those glutes, squeeze your inner thighs. Deep breath. And back to neutral, other side. I'm gonna step right foot back, left foot forward, left heel meets right big toe, inner thigh squeeze, shoulders relax, and holding for 30 seconds here as well. Slow and deep breaths. Good. Coming back to neutral. Next balancing exercise is going to be the single leg reach. So we did this a couple of ways. If you want to just stand beside the chair as opposed to facing the chair, hand comes to the top of the chair. We're going to balance on our right foot first. And then bring the left foot to hover. Slowly bring the left foot out to the side and back to neutral. If you don't need the chair, that's even better. Leg out and back in. Leg out and back in. I want you to do this 12 times or set a timer for 30 seconds and extend as many times as you can for 30 seconds. So option for 12 or as many as you can for 30 seconds on each side. So once you complete one side, you go to the other side. The other variation of that we did was standing and reaching in multiple directions. So spine nice and straight, chin lifted, We reached forward and then back to neutral. Our foot came to hover. We reached out to a diagonal and back to neutral. Foot still hovering, out to the side, back to neutral, back at a diagonal, back to neutral, and then straight back and back to neutral. Really good. So same thing on both sides. And then we also incorporated a quad stretch. So we used a strap. We said if we don't need the strap, that's perfectly fine. The top of the strap comes to the top of your foot, and then both ends of the strap and the hand on the side of that you're stretching. So I'm right now stretching left leg. You're gonna bring the strap into left hand, pulling up on that strap to feel the stretch in the front of your quads. Spine is straight, inner thighs hugged in. You can rest your hand on the top of a chair if you need. Just trying to get that heel as close to your glute as you can for a deep stretch in your thigh. Deep breath. And exhale. Another deep breath. And exhale. Go ahead and let that go. The other stretch we did, we kept going back to, were deep squats. And they were pretty wide squats. I'd call it a goddess squat. So toes out. Feet are at 45 degrees, heels in. Hands at the top of the chair, if that makes sense. Or I think we were grabbing the rungs earlier today. Shoulders relaxed, chin stays lifted, core's hugged in. Only thing that's happening is your knees are bending. So if you feel you're falling forward, come back to your neutral position and just bend your knees. Keep your spine straight up and down. Knees out to the sides, over your toes, nice deep bend. And then bring it back up. Down for 2, as low as you can, spine nice and straight, and back up. Down for 3, and we're holding this one as deep as we can. Breathe in and out, slowly making your way up. Heel 2 of those feet back in. So each one of these stretches and balancing techniques can be done multiple times over.